I've been living in this box van RV that I built for about a year now. And for the last 6 months, I've been on the road. I spent the winter in the Southwest and it was amazing. Before I head up north for my summer travels, I've stopped at my mom's house here in Nebraska where I have all my tools in the garage. So I can do some maintenance to the van and make some improvements to the van as well as my life in general, starting with the camera that I'm filming this on. I got a DJI Action 6. I also got a new phone, a Galaxy S25 Ultra. I got this huge list of stuff I need to accomplish here. And after I cross everything off of it, I'll be able to throw it over my right shoulder, walk off frame, and then I'll go do a burnout. I'm gonna start by just pulling everything out of my van and then thoroughly cleaning and detailing and scrubbing and vacuuming and just cleaning the van. And then I'm going to repack the van way better. I basically worked on this van until like the day before I hit the road, and I've been driving around with hundreds of pounds of stuff that I don't even need. So step one is just to get reorganized and get all cleaned up here, and then I do have a whole bunch of just little things to fix and improvements to make on the van. And the next few videos will be just that, and then I'll be back on the road. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you. I'm gonna start back here. This is like the worst part, is the trunk, you know. It's just been, I have these two huge totes in here, and it's just such a hassle to get to anything. I've already removed my bike. It's in the garage. Another thing I'm gonna be doing is kind of doing some service to that thing, but I'm gonna get all of this out of here and just start over. All right, and here it's not too bad because I've been, you know, modifying it as I go, as I've been living in here. But I am gonna pull everything out, cabinets, all of that, and just deep clean the entire van. And I'm gonna remove my headliner. I need to redo that. That was also, it's like this because my kitten, you know, hangs from it like a monkey. But that was another like last minute thing. I wasn't super proud of that. Anyway, I just needed to get the van finished. So I'm gonna set that aside. That'll be another video. But I'm gonna redo this headliner and try to come up with something better. But I'm just gonna pull everything out of here and super deep clean the van. I'm gonna touch up the paint, all of that stuff. I'm gonna vacuum the carpet and just, it's spring cleaning time. That's what's going on here. So this rear window, it doesn't leak, but it's like really drafty. Like it leaks air and you know, sleeping next to it when it's below zero, you know, it sucks. What I did on the road is I actually added extra weather strip just kind of around the window where it closes. Just this basic stuff, and that helped a lot. But I'm gonna put bigger weather strip on it after I clean it. So that's one of the little improvements I'm gonna make to the van. I'm gonna replace this sticky foam rubber crap with thicker, bigger sticky foam rubber crap, basically. So, you know, it's all the little things. And it is coming off in tiny little pieces. So I'm gonna start by cleaning the window and then go get my razor blade. Also, I thought I had some spray away, but all I got is Windex. Better than nothing. Yeah, the window has a gasket, like around it here, and it's mostly like on the bottom. I could probably adjust it so it closes a little tighter, but for now we're just gonna stick thicker weather strip on it, and I'll know next time I'm in a cold location if it's any better or not. It's extremely windy today, by the way. There's so much red Utah dirt on my van. I love it. Also, there's only like 2 positions, this much or closed. There's no, I wish the window had a little bit more as far as features, you know, if I could close it incrementally, just have it open like that much, that would be better. Yeah, I mean, I camped all the way down to like 10, like 9 or 10 Fahrenheit in this. And there was, the whole window was just covered in frost the next morning. Also, I had made Reflectix for this window and the one behind my kitchen. And then I didn't bring them with me when I hit the road because I wasn't thinking about the cold, I was just thinking about the heat. And the window shade that I got for this back window has a silver reflective outer, you know, for heat reflectivity. So I was like, oh, that's good enough. I won't bring the Reflectix for the back window. Yep. I was wishing I had that. All right, so this stuff, it's a lot thicker and I think it's a little wider, so I don't know if it would be worth the effort to try to replace the factory stuff with this or just add it as a secondary weather strip, because what I'll do is just put it around around the edge, basically, of this frame. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do, because it'll be a lot easier for me. I do need to go get something to hold this window up with, though. All right. I'm gonna hope that does not fall off. Should be able to catch the window with my head, though, so it should be fine. All right. Hopefully the window actually closes with this stuff here. Try to show you what I'm doing. I'm just making it flush with the outside of the window frame. And I hope this is long enough. Got some street racing going on in the hood here. If I can get it shut and just leave it shut for a couple days, it should like conform, you know what I mean? It does not shut. Oh yeah, it does. Oh yeah. There we go. Oh yeah. That'll do. So for all my little changes and improvements to the interior, I'm gonna start back here and kind of work my way forward. So when I was planning out my van, I was originally going to have some sort of like actual automotive 12-volt stereo system, like a little deck and some speakers, and then I never really like made room for that in the van, at least for the speakers. So I ended up putting this sound bar here. And as you can see, it's like a perfect fit, perfect width. But it actually ended up being like very just impractical and a bad solution for my audio. This is a 200 watt 2.1 soundbar with Dolby Atmos and stuff, which is total overkill for a tiny van, for one, having a 200 watt soundbar. And I bought this thing like on sale on Amazon. It's some brand nobody's ever heard of. The Bluetooth has no noise gate. Like the Bluetooth has this horrible like buzzing sound. And the Dolby Atmos only works on HDMI, and this is just a computer monitor. That's not a real TV. It doesn't have HDMI out. So what I've been doing is using this audio cable for the soundbar, which I have to keep my output audio at like no more than 70% on the laptop, otherwise it's like clipping and stuff on that. And it's, you know, it only works with the inverter on too, so. But here's the biggest problem. When I was designing my van, I originally was going to make these cabinets 12 inches tall. And then I last minute changed my mind and made them 15 inches tall. There's, you know, there's more room than I really need in the cabinets. Now when I'm laying in bed, my feet hit this sound bar. It's annoying. So I'm getting rid of this and I'm gonna replace it with like a much more practical solution. I just made the van 10 pounds lighter too with all this stuff. Just look out, go look at the birds. Bluetooth speaker. You know? This one is the TRIBIT StormBox Micro 3. It's 13 watts, which is more than enough for in here. It's got X-Bass on the push of a button, which is pretty cool. This thing's pretty good. It's IP68 waterproof. It's magnetic on the back. You can like, that's cool. And it has this silicone strap. So like I can mount it to my bike. It's got a 4,800 milliamp hour battery and it does reverse charging. So you can charge your phone with it too. So this thing's like perfect for camping, and just a way more practical solution than what I had going on before. It has an app, and I downloaded that and checked it out, and there's like preset EQ settings, or you can make your own like custom EQ for it, which is pretty cool. And it's like an actual speaker box. There's a little speaker in it and a passive like resonator, which is really cool. So I'm going to see how this thing sounds and then figure out where I'm going to put it in my van. Alright, I got it connected to my laptop. It's just at the standard EQ. And I'm going to play some royalty-free, no copyright YouTube music off the library here. My favorite YouTube free music artist is Dan Lebowitz. I've been using his tracks for years. We'll do this one. Oh wow. X-Bass. That's cool. That thing sounds great. Better audio quality than that giant soundbar had. I like it. So now the question is, where do I put it? Right here. What I've decided is, so I got this little space right here, and I've been putting my wireless Wi-Fi temp thingy, my temperature sensor here, which tells me how hot the van is remotely. So if I'm away and the cats are in here, I'll know if it's safe for them or not. But what I've figured out that's an issue with the positioning of this sensor right there is if I have this pull shade down, it has a silver heat reflective outer layer on it. So if I have this shade down and the window shut, then the heat from the window's greenhouse effect kind of comes out the sides of this little pull shade here and right onto that sensor. So it gives it a higher reading than what's actually going on in the van. And this I just kind of Velcroed to the cabinet there. So I'm going to come up with a clever way to mount this speaker right there, which I think would be a perfect spot, and it looks good, you know. And then I can take it outside with me and actually use it outside of the van for camping and chilling and whatever. And I could strap it to my bike on the handlebar if I wanted to. So yeah, Bluetooth speaker from TRIBIT. So I did actually collaborate with TRIBIT on this speaker, but I was going to buy it on Amazon anyway. So if you are interested in purchasing a Bluetooth speaker from TRIBIT, check out the link in the description. So the next thing I'm going to do here is, well, I hate to, because he looks so comfortable. I'm going to pull my mattress and take some things off the wall and touch up all the paint everywhere. This smoke alarm that I put here, it was a combination carbon monoxide and smoke alarm from just some random crap from Amazon. I threw that piece of crap away after it randomly went off like 5 times, just out of nowhere. It would just randomly go off. So I tossed it. I think it had an ionizing sensor in it, which was just really sensitive to anything, dust, whatever. If you ever have that problem, look for a smoke alarm with a photoelectric sensor. It's more of an older style. But yeah, I threw that thing away. I'm gonna get just like an actual like Kidde brand carbon monoxide detector and probably put it somewhere else, like right there. So I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna take these things off the wall here, and now I don't need the remote for my sound bar thing, and I'll probably put that temperature sensor somewhere back over here. So I'm going to take all this stuff off, pull the mattress, and then just touch up all the green paint in the van. And then I will work on cleaning up my cable management over here. And then I have another little upgrade I'll show you here that goes with the TV. And I'm not doing any terrible Bob Ross parodies. I'm just going to paint the van. So, time lapse. Okay, change of plans. We're going to move the mattress and paint the walls later. He's up now. Oh. He's like, take a nap with me. Stop working on the van. It's Theodore time. So I have 3 computers in my van, which is not excessive at all. And a tablet up front. But this TV only has 2 HDMI inputs, TV monitor, and I also have a TV tuner, which I rarely ever use, but it is fun to have. I like to just tune into local broadcasts every now and then if I actually am somewhere where I get service. Hi. Hey, baby. So what I'm gonna do is I bought this 3-in-1 3-port HDMI switch. Basically, that's what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna have the TV tuner will be like the second input on the TV, and the first input will be running off of this switch where all 3 computers will be plugged into. I mainly only just use my laptop with this, but if I want to do stuff with my camera server, or use my other PC, which I really bring with me just in case my laptop ever were to like fail on me one day. I could still make YouTube videos until I fix it. So I'm gonna mount this probably to the back of the screen, and then I'll be able to just kind of reach behind it and hit the button. But yeah, this is just a, you know, it's an 8K, 60 hertz, you know, it's whatever, HDMI switch. It's just another little upgrade that I'm doing, just kind of perfecting everything. Plus I'm going to redo all my cable management back here. It's, you know, it's a mess, and now that I've gotten rid of the sound bar, I can clean all of this up, and I'll kind of strap it to the wall behind here so it's out of sight. We are fighting for the dream of having more inputs on our display. All right, now before I wrap all this up, I decided to solve another little problem that wasn't really a problem, but the HDMI cables that I'm using, they're this nylon braided, super nice quality stuff, but I don't like how stiff this one going to my laptop is. I just don't like having all of that tension on the laptop itself. So I'm using this one now for my PC down below, and I just ordered from Amazon a more flexible, non-braided one for the laptop. I have several 6-foot HDMI cables laying around, like lots of them, but I got a 10-footer for here because by the time I run the cable down to the wall and then over, so the mount extends without any issues. It's just kind of tight here, so to give myself plenty of extra room, I got a 10-footer. So once that comes, I'll be able to wrap all of this up. And as you can see, Theodore is up. He's ready to go outside or something. So now I'm going to paint my walls and do all of that. It's pretty chilly out today, so, you know, we've got our flannel on. Alright, I got the bedroom all painted up nice. What I'm going to do now is hang my backpack over the bed, because I've just been sticking it up in the cab with me and it's annoying. And it needs a place to go, and there's really nowhere to put it. So I'm going to hang it from the wall. And I don't want it to fall on my head while I'm sleeping. That would suck. And the handle here has this little piece of tubing on it. It's kind of cool. So I found the perfect hook. It's like a brass coat hook, basically. But it's perfect for this backpack. So I already marked out where I'm going to put it. But basically, I'm just screwing it right into the crown mold. And that's just Velcroed on. But it's Velcroed extremely well, so I think it should be able to handle the weight. The pack doesn't weigh that much when it's not full of water, so I'm kind of just planning on not hanging it here when the bladder's full. Yeah, when you live in a 6x10 van, you know, it's all about everything has to have a place and a purpose. So moving on, I still need to figure out where I'm going to put that little temperature sensor thingy, but I'm all out of Velcro, so I'm just gonna, you know, go see Menards, maybe tomorrow or something. But for now, I'm gonna move forward. All right, so what I got is this little mesh pouch thingy. I was looking at those produce hammocks, like those basically woven net things that you hang from the bottom of your cabinet, or in my case, it'd probably be the ceiling. But I didn't like the way any of them would look in the van, and they were all like way too big. So I ended up getting this little mesh pouch, which is definitely big enough for a single guy's amount of produce. But basically, anytime I buy bananas, tomatoes, whatever, they're always just like rolling around on the countertop, and I'm stuffing them back here behind my stove and stuff, and it's just not, I need a place for my stuff. So I'm gonna put this right here. I'm not gonna use this hook it came with. I'm gonna remove that, and I'm just gonna screw it to the bottom of my cabinet, and then I'll have a place to stick my produce and get it up off the counter. So, and it looks pretty good. It's black, and it's gonna kind of match everything else in the kitchen here. So that's my, like, really my one and only tiny little kitchen mod that I'm doing here. There we go. I do not have any produce to demonstrate. I have one banana, and it's not in the van here with me. But yeah, that'll work. All right, moving on to the next thing. Okay, over here in the shower, I got this. It's just a little mesh bag that's meant to be hung from, like, with your shower curtain. But it's gonna go right here like that, and that's where I'm gonna put my shampoo and all my shower crap, because this whole time I've just been keeping it in a little, like, plastic box down there in the shower pan next to the litter box, and it's ugly and it gets dusty and I don't like it. So this is just, you know, it'll be behind the shower curtain as I'm showering, but then I can just kind of reach over and grab whatever I need out of there, and it's going to be just another way to get stuff up and out of the way. It's got 9 pouches, and they're all, well, I guess it's got 7 pouches. The only issue is I don't really want to screw a hole through my shower stall plastic stuff here. So I'm going to go look and see if I have some, you know, that like 3M sticky hook thingies. Otherwise, I'm gonna just screw some holes into my shower thingy. All right, if you guessed holes in the wall, then you have won. I got the perfect little washers, 3 of them. They are big enough to, you know, cover this grommet hole and have a small enough center hole for a text. So that's the idea. Move the litter box in the trash can here so I can actually work in here. And we're gonna go just kind of as far right as possible. And hopefully there is actually some handy panel back here, because I really don't remember what this wall looks like underneath all of this. So we're just, you know, we'll see what happens. It feels like it bit something, you know, some material of some kind. I probably should have washed my hands before touching all of this, but that's okay. It looks straight enough. And one in the middle, just because. All right, and that's where I'll put all of my bathroom stuff. Yeah, it came with these, like you're supposed to put it on a shower curtain, but yeah, there we go. I'm replacing my shower curtain with the exact same one, but this one doesn't have holes in it. It's not his fault, he's just a kitten, you know. This was like $5 at Walmart. The reason I'm using these plastic ones instead of a cloth one, because cloth is nicer and looks better and all of that, but it touches you, you know, when you're in such a tiny little shower like this. It's like with the plastic you can just kind of form the bottom around the shower pan into a square, and then it's like it stays that way. So that's my logic with the shower curtain deal. Oh, what the hell? Oh, okay. Right. It's like a whole new van, almost. Well, here we are again. Ah! Alright, a couple days later, I got my new HDMI cable. It's just a nice, thin, flexible, better for the laptop. And I got it all wired up here. Got super clean, good cable management going on. And I'm really enjoying not having that sound bar there. It's like way more room. For the speaker, I decided, because it's magnetic, the best way to mount it to the cabinet is some metal. So I got this. It's like something you put behind your doorknob to hide like ugly spots on your door. So I'm gonna mount that to the cabinet. I moved my temp sensor over there, just kind of out of the way and somewhere where I don't think it'll be affected by anything going on with the window. And then I got just a regular CO alarm. You know, I cheaped out and saved $5 by getting this Walmart or Menards brand instead of the Kidda. But I'm just doing a CO alarm and not a smoke detector. Big old smoke detector right here, so I don't need that. Some peppers and tomatoes in my little pouch thingy. The celery was a little too big for it, but you know, it's still an improvement. There we go. I just put some little number 6 by 1/2 inch screws there. Looks good. Pretty sure that'll stay put. That's on there pretty good. So now when I'm laying in bed, audio. So it says right here in the instructions for this carbon monoxide alarm, the recommended position for the unit should be at least 1.8 meters, about 6 feet above the floor level. Tons of comments when I installed my last CO alarm. People said, ha ha ha, he's gonna never wake up because he mounted it above where he sleeps. There we go. I got this wall more functional and I like it. I'm loving the fresh paint. It's just, you don't realize how dirty things get till you paint them again. So that's all good to go. And my backpack has a place to be. My dream catcher here used to have feathers and stuff hanging off of it, but kitten, you know. So yeah, moving on up. So I got a new cat litter catchy mat just now from Menards. The last one I had, I got from Walmart, and it kind of like disintegrated over time. So, but I really liked it. It worked really good at catching the litter. So I got another one that's pretty much the same thing and will probably disintegrate over time as well. They had a heavy duty, like nicer one at Walmart, but it was like huge and I didn't want it in the van. Also the cowboy cat rug, I decided to do away with that. It was nice, but it was constantly dirty and I'd have to run it through the wash all the time and shake it out every single day, and it just seemed like more hassle than it's worth. You know, this van is so tiny, like can only have so much decor, you know what I mean? But this is a necessity. Between the covered litter box and this, all my cat litter troubles have been solved. This is like the best litter box I've ever had. It's just a sifting one with a lid with deep sides, but no dust, no mess, and it's extremely easy to clean. If you buy a sifting litter box, for some reason they sell ones that only have one tray, which is ridiculous. Like, how do you get the litter back in the thing and recycle it? So if you do want to buy a sifting litter box, always get one with 2 trays. But yeah, so I pretty much have all of my cat accommodations streamlined already in this van. I bought a 12-pack of filters for this little cat fountain, which you can get the whole fountain for like $22, but a 12-pack of filters is like, it's like 40 bucks for the filters for it. Go figure. But yeah. So I just kind of made my own full hookups here at my mom's house. I'm running an extension cord all the way out from the basement, hooked up to the hose, and then there's a sewer clean out in her front yard that I dug up and popped a cap off of for my gray tank drain. I'm gonna go ahead and deodorize my gray tank, kind of sanitize it. It hasn't really been stinking up until recently, like just within the last maybe 3-4 weeks. I notice, especially when I'm driving, it kind of stinks. So I'm gonna pour a bunch of bleach down both of my drains and then follow that up with some ammonia and then just let it sit like that while I sleep in here. I'm just kidding. But I'm gonna pour some bleach down both of the drains and then go ahead and just pump the rest of my freshwater tank into the gray tank. I got the drain shut right now. And then just kind of fill it up with bleach water, let it sit for a few minutes, and then drain it out. And I also bought some of this stuff from Walmart. It's just a lemon scented, this is like the Walmart off-brand version of the Camco one. But figured it'd be good to have with me on the road. If I start having a stinky drain, I can just put a little bit of that in there, you know. It was like, I don't know, not even $5 for that. I can't stand the way bleach smells, so I actually had a tiny little bottle of bleach that I bought from Walmart months ago, and I couldn't even keep it in the van with me. The stink just drove me nuts, so I threw it away. Actually, I left it at a laundromat for somebody else to have, but this bleach is like several years old, and bleach actually loses its chlorinating strength over time. So if you have like decade-old bottle of bleach in your house, it's really not doing a whole lot as far as the chlorine, you know, strength of it. And we'll switch back to tank water just by turning these two valves. Turn my water pump on and run water into the drain. The water pump that I have is frickin' really good. It's the Class A Customs brand. It came with the tank. But it's like a really good pump, and it's quiet. I've been in other people's RVs, and their pumps are like super frickin' loud for some reason. I don't know if it's the way I installed mine or if it's just a better, nicer pump, but I just filled it till it started coming out of the vent. I know it's completely full now. Now we're draining it into the sewer. I added some things to the pouch thing. My shower stuff is in the house at the moment, but I'm gonna re-screen my screen door. We're getting into summertime and gotta keep the skeeters out, you know? It's extremely windy today, so this might be pretty entertaining when the RV door comes slamming shut on me. I'm gonna start with the bottom because that's the most screwed up part of it. That way if I run out of screen, at least I got that done, you know. I know they make that pet screen stuff. But I have this already, so you know. So let's see. How can I make, can I do the whole door with this much is what I'm trying to figure out. Okay. Yeah, I think I can. Potentially. I'm gonna try it. So when I got to Nebraska, or got here, it was 90 degrees that day. And then the next day it was 30. And then it snowed. And then Easter was really nice. And then today it's super windy, but it's like 70. And then tomorrow it's gonna thunderstorm. I said in my last video that April is one of the best times to come to Nebraska, but man, I got a feeling it's gonna be one of those years where we don't even really get a spring. It's just gonna go from crappy to 100. I ain't sticking around to find out, honestly. It's looking good. You gotta like find the right amount of tension, you know. You don't want it loose, but it's easy to make it too tight. I used to do this all the time, working at the old apartment complex. So I should be able to do the top with that bit, and then I can do this little piece with that. So, yeah. All right. Yep, there's that wind. So my mom got some new neighbors while I've been out of town. The house next to her's been for sale forever. And they have these two giant, aggressive German Shepherds. So I used to let cutie butts just hang out in the backyard all day, you know, while I was staying here, but now I can't. So I have to just go back there. When I let her out, I have to go back there and kind of just keep an eye on the situation. There's been new people in that house like every other year since my mom's been here for 25 years. I have retired the Merrills. I've had these since the beginning of 2024, I think. So like 2 years now. And I have worn them. They're like slicks now. I have done nothing but hiking in these. I never wore them to work. I always just took them on road trips and camping and stuff. And they've been really good. I got these. Trying something new here. These are Terex And I'm pretty sure these are like rock climbing shoes because the soles on them are extremely sticky. They're like made by a tire company. So I'm gonna try these out. They're Gore-Tex. They seem like they're breathable enough. I bought them because that's the best thing I could find at Sierra Trading Post this time. They didn't have any Merrells. They had some Keens, but they were ugly. Keens are really good, but they're just they're dorky looking. I don't know. And they're heavy. So I always liked the Merrells better, but new shoes.
New shoes, new shoes.
So I think this video is long enough, so I'm going to end it here. I have plenty more stuff to do to the van and stuff to show you guys, so tune in Saturday for the next one. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate you. Have a good one.